Just fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Wait, that's 53!
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
We own them. Shoot. Regular.
56 to Mott, boy. 56.
Bravo. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
From the 25 on second down, Brady. And that's incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
Check. Fresno.
72.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And this is caught by Watkins. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Go Bandit.
Check safety.
Brady now on first down. Got a man. It's Berrios complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Brady again. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Set. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Check it, reload.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Give the tackle there to Danielle Hunter. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
That's the one.
Hey, check it.
Looking to throw on second down. Brady. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down.
Hey, Delta.
Push him back. Check three.
Regular.
From the gun, it's Brady. And he'll complete this one to Barrios. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Set! 180! Monday, Monday, Monday!
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Stafford. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, dude!
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
And it's 3rd down.
Wait, 20!
Check 56. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. 6 guys. Check
72.
56. Mike, 56.
Ozzy! Ozzy!
Watch the slant. Deuce.
Hey, exit. Hey, Alabama.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Andrew Billings drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep to return is Duke Johnson. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Watch the eye.
Middle. Hey, 50. Hey, red.
Out of the gun, Stafford. That's taken in by Callaway. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. And the Cowboys,
Ladies.
first down.
Ladies.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Check 52.
40 got.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Stafford. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run with Coleman on first down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense.
Drill right, 22. Hurry.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. Open man here is Foster. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 25 yards that time.
Cowboys, first down.
Set. Blue 60.
6-yard line.
Check 9.
Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Check.
Big 20.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Roosevelt Nix, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Parkey with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check 26, check 26. Goal 66. Goal 50.
To throw again, Brady. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
56, Mike, 56. Here we go, here we go. I got him, man, I got him. He's mine.
Goal 50.
Kill.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Check it.
56.
Hey, Charlie.
Danny. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. All day, every day. Any day.
Go there then.
To throw is Brady. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
30-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Zero.
Bang.
32. Hey, wahoo.
29.
Now Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They have the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Omaha, ready, move. Zero.
Crash.
Protein spill.
From the gun, Stafford. He's going to fire one deep left sideline, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made it.
They've got his man complete. That one good for 37 yards. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Let him know, let him know. He's going, he's going, he's going.
Brady now to throw. Going for the deep ball. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Hey, 5-0. 21.
On 1st down, Stafford here. This one caught by Ridley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Slam, slam, slam.
On 1st down, it's Coleman. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
25, check 25, 59. Big 20.
From just shy of midfield, Stafford, that's caught. It's Coleman. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
And middle.
They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They will run again with Coleman. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Mike 29. Drop deep, drop deep. Jim, move on the hard, ready, move.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Cowboys. Calvin Ridley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Parkey adds the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
The Lions take their first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Again, it's Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Now he'll throw with Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
56.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there? Another great completion.
And you know, one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Back to the ground, Cook. And a short gain here, down to the 22. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Alert! 56, by 56. Shadow!
Shotgun now for Brady. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Joey Bosa in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
At the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
61, matchbox lights.
Operating from the gun. Stafford got an open man. It's Foster. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run it with Coleman. And he loses the football a second time. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm coming for you, son. 32.
Handoff, Coleman, right side. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Second and 5 now. Stafford, and now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Give me some. Omaha, ready, move. Switch it. Come on, switch it up.
From the gun, Stafford. This is Coleman with a grab. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more.
Check, 59. Joker. Watch the safety.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 14 yards. Good for a Cowboy first down.
I want to take your role, partner, but up in the fourth quarter and going for it on fourth down and picking it up. How about that?
A big chance. That's why football is not for the faint of heart.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Duke Johnson. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Parkey with the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 yards there and a line first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
No, 66. Alpha.
From the gun, it's Brady. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Get that ball. 55. Sugar.
Looking back to the air on second down. It's Brady. He's going to float this one deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. You're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make it.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
To try again after the sack, Brady.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
56. Hey, Orbit. 56 is Mike. 56 is Ozzy. 72.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Sammy Watkins, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Watch the run. Watch the run. 10. Check. Lucky.
On second down now. It's Johnson, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check. Alert! Hey, 22!
On third down, here's Coleman. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. With plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And that will extend their lead even further. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Check four.
Now Brady. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Joey Bosa in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
72. Hey, Alpha. 56 is the mark.
Back to throw, Brady. And he's going to go down again. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now Brady. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
To Sammy Watkins. Touchdown, Detroit. Daniel Carlson on.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. 35 seconds to play. Everything will come down here to this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they take a knee. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathed a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical.